Hello everyone and welcome to my 36th review. Today I'll be reviewing Body Heat by Quincy Jones. You should all know who Quincy Jones is by now as one of the greatest producers and musicians ever. He's probably known best for his work with Michael Jackson, and of course the production he did is part of history forever. But when going into this I didn't know what it would sound like it would sound like what he did for Michael. While it does sound similar to previous work he did on some other songs, he does bring a lot more to have some of my favorite songs of all time. Let's get into this. Body is the intro and starts out very groovy with a great bass line alongside these great guitars, synths, and drums with funky sounding vocals. And also going to this, I didn't expect vocals and was just expecting just an instrumental album. I'm very happy there were vocals on this song because it made it so much better. And later with more aggressive drums and synths per se, alongside more soothing and funky alongside strong vocals make it sound very more psychedelic sounding. This is definitely a strong opener and top 3 song for me. Saga song The Buffalo Soldier starts out with a much different mood I was expecting with the soft choir but then more fast-paced instruments, especially with the hats. But also bringing more to bringing our psychedelic sound with warpy synths, electric guitar it seems, and somewhat heroic sounding harmonica. Then also more percussion, like a cowbell I believe. But then it goes into being much more exciting with these great vocals, guitar and more fleshed out drums. I do think it's pretty long, it doesn't change up too much, but I do think it's still interesting sounding and exciting all the way through. So a mid-song for me I guess, but I still love this song. Everything Must Change is a much more slow and saddening sounding song which quickly became my favorite song. Starting out with an incredibly beautiful grand piano, sounding very mellow and triumphant at the same time. With immensely beautiful vocals, again sounding saddening and triumphant at the same time, it fits so well. Alongside more beautiful instruments like the soft synths and Rhodes, alongside the grand piano I believe to make it more angelic. Then slowing down to go into my favorite chorus on this album, one of the more beautiful sounding choruses I've heard ever, alongside soft female vocals and the Rhodes being more prominent. When it gets around halfway through the song, the instrumental basically changes, with drums coming in with calming Rhodes again and soothing trumpet I believe. And at first I didn't like the instrumental change considering I thought it ruined the mood of the song for me, but I definitely grown a big loving to this section. So it is no doubt my favorite song and definitely one of my favorite songs of all time. Boogie Joe The Grinder is interesting with it sounding very flangy or warpy with the guitar and drums, but it gets much better when more great and funky vocals come in alongside a great bass line or trumpet or sax. With just the vocals, bass line, and trumpet I believe alone, this made it one of my favorites definitely, but also having more incredible things alongside it to make it even better with funky guitar, more aggressive electric guitar, and constant drums. This is definitely another top 3 for me. The Everything Must Change reprise is just a chorus from Everything Must Change, and while it's my favorite chorus from my favorite song, I guess it's not as good as other complete songs. It hurts me to say this is one of my least favorite songs, because it's of course incredible all the way through, but it's just a chorus, and I guess I'd rather listen to the complete song than other full songs in general. But again, it's my favorite chorus from my favorite song. I guess it's not as good compared to other songs, and I'd rather listen to the full song anyways. One Track Mind is a song I don't care for too much in general. It's kind of the same instrumentally as Boogie Joe The Grinder or Soul Saga, but kind of more boring, mostly because it's stretched out to 6 minutes. With Everything Must Change being also 6 minutes, that song brought such a strong emotion all the way through instrumentally and vocally, and even changed up instrumentally. But here it definitely could have been shorter. Doesn't sound bad whatsoever with the instrumental and great vocals. The vocals save it a lot, but I don't care for this song too much. Just a Man is another soothing song with a much more happy emotion it seems, with groovy Rhodes, calm drums, and even more calm vocals. It can be kind of boring, but it's still soothing and beautiful sounding at some points. And they didn't extend it too long with it just a little more than 3.5 minutes. With how simple but groovy and beautiful sounding it could be, this is definitely one of my favorites. Along Came Betty is another song. While it doesn't sound bad whatsoever, I don't care for it too much. With more great production, of course, that doesn't sound bad whatsoever, but it's not too different to other songs, and I think it drags out too long. And also, while I'm not mad about having an instrumental song, I would have liked maybe something vocally, but it's fine, and of course it doesn't sound bad at all. It's not that good for me, I guess, because while it's not too different from anything else, and not doing anything different while also being maybe too long, it definitely doesn't sound bad, and with it being instrumental is fine, I guess. If I Ever Lose This Heaven is the outro, and again doesn't sound bad, but it can be kind of boring when it's the instrumental mostly. With it just being bland drums and the bass line most of the time, I would have liked more. At least the great vocals save those parts. When it does get more lively, I definitely love it, with it adding more instruments and a much higher energy. In general, this is a mid-song in general, but a pretty good outro. And all I really have to say left is, this project has great production all the way through with great vocals, and it can be boring or too similar at some parts, but this album is some of my favorite songs of all time. 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching.